Hello everyone, it's Mr. Murphy. Hopefully you are doing well. Welcome to the first weekly update that is an actual official weekly update for forensics. Hopefully everyone is cool and not having their power go out. I'm recording this on Saturday, so there's a bit more of that today than hopefully there is when you actually start to get this on either late Sunday evening or Monday itself. So, I'm going to talk you through what's happening this week. Please remember, actually watch this vid or read the document this week in forensics before you turn in the assignment. That way, someday, if your parent says to me, hey, my child doesn't really understand what's going on in the class, they just don't know when anything is happening. And I say, oh, okay, well, I have some solutions for that, and, we can figure out what's going on. But that's weird. I just looked it up, and your student has marked that they've read the weekly update every single time really quickly. Are they reading it? It just leads to awkward questions for you, which I don't want you to have to answer. Not that I think many of you would do that anyway. So, on the first day, on day one, the Monday, Tuesday, whichever applies to you, we're going to have a meeting where I talk about the course syllabus. That's one of the main things. And actually, there's kind of an activity that goes along with that, this little escape room thing. You do that for most of the class, and then we talk about the syllabus, and you'll kind of see how it goes. But of course, the syllabus is up there now, so any of you that wanted to could look through it. Probably some of you already have. Ooh, sun, excuse me. So, we're talking about the syllabus. I will also be telling you how to do a case study, which is something that will be happening on a weekly basis, and it will be due every Wednesday. This first one, we are going to talk about on day one, and then I'm going to have you do it as homework and throughout Wednesday, and that will be your Wednesday independent assignment. Do not worry, we picked one that should be pretty easy. Normally you will have basically a week to do it. This time you'll have 2 or 3 days. It will be fine. It is not a tough one. Don't worry about it. Email me if you do have any trouble, because we'll figure that out. Let's see. Let me look at my notes here. Okay, so that's basically day one and day two, because Wednesday is doing that case study and turning it in. And then finally for day three, we have a meeting, and our meeting will be on tech tools. So the different technology tools that we use in my class. So I'll orient you to Google Classroom and how I've been organizing it. And maybe we'll change some of the organization of it, because last year it worked pretty well for what we were doing. This year we're doing some different stuff. Same for our Remind class. We'll introduce you to Flipgrid and make sure you're on that. I know a number of you use it for other things. I'm not sure how much we'll use it in this class. It will depend. Getting hair in my mouth. That's what I get for trying to grow out my hair and experimenting. I'm just checking the notes. I don't think there's anything else. In fact, I don't think that there are any... Oh, right. Okay, there is one more thing. So after we are done with this week, the only real homework you will have is, number one, you're going to want to join those tech tools that we talk about on day three. And number two, there's going to be a forensics timeline activity that apparently they did last year, and so we're doing it again. And I have to actually look over this activity a bit, because it is one of the ones that I didn't have a hand in designing. Just want to make sure that I know kind of what's up with it. But it looks like a pretty typical look at this information, summarize it out onto this timeline, add a picture, that sort of thing. So it hopefully will be interesting to some of you. I might look at ways that I can spice it up, because part of it seems a little bit busy work, but maybe that's what we need right here at the beginning. And since it is just like absorb this info, and we'll probably talk a little bit about that, the history of forensics on the next week's early meeting. So looking at it a bit will prepare you for, something we do probably at the beginning of that, like if we do a warm-up. I think that's all I've got. So yeah, you've either watched this or you have read the actual doc on here, but either way, hopefully now you're oriented to this week and you know what's going to be happening in forensics. Uh-oh, my phone is too hot because it is like 100 degrees out here. So I will say goodbye, have fun, don't die.